Good morning. This is for my students at the Providence Community Center. And this is going to be a chair yoga class targeted at senior citizens. If you happen to have just found this video, we're going to, I'll explain what we're doing here with just a little bit of introduction. So for the students, you all know that you're supposed to have a 90-degree angle between your hips and your legs and between the knees and the floor. And you should be using a block or blanket on the floor if you need to raise your feet. Your feet should not be dangling. They should have good contact with the floor. Or if you're taller like me, I'm actually sitting on a doubled blanket so that I can get a good posture. Speaking of posture, you want your shoulders down and relaxed, your head above your shoulders, above your hips, and respect the natural curves of the spine. If you have trouble supporting yourself, or if supporting yourself is very uncomfortable, please feel free to grab a pillow or two and put it behind you, a pillow or a rolled up blanket to help support your back. What you want to do, though, is to get a good posture, preferably toward the front of your chair. And we're going to start, like we do in all our classes, by connecting with your breath. So to connect with your breath, I invite you to close your eyes or assume a soft, unfocused gaze at a point of your choosing, not raising or lowering your head, but just out there. I like to close my eyes and I start to connect with my breath. I notice my inhale and my exhale. The cool air at the end of my nose coming in my nostrils on the inhale, and the warm air exiting my nose on the exhale. And just take a minute to feel your good posture, your head above your shoulders, above your hips, and the air gently coming in and out at whatever pace it's at. And now, as you inhale, try and draw the breath slowly all the way deep into your belly and let that diaphragm expand. Take a couple of breaths, bringing the air deep into the belly. Now direct your breath to the chest, in the middle of the belly, or in the middle of your torso. Let the chest expand as you breathe in and relax as you breathe out. Now take your breath into your clavicles or collarbones. And as you breathe in, allow Visualize that top portion of your chest expanding out on the inhale and contracting on the exhale. Expand and release. Take a few more breaths into your collarbones. And now take a breath that fills your belly, your chest, and then your collarbones. Hold it for a second, and then release. A 3-part inhale to your belly, your chest, your collarbones, and release, exhale. One more time. Inhale to your belly, your chest, your collarbones. Hold it and exhale. Now just return to your normal breath and notice if any sensations have changed in your body. And now that you are connected with your breath, we can begin the practice of yoga, the union of the mind, the body, and the spirit or breath. To begin in this chair yoga class, we're going to slowly warm up all the joints. Hopefully you have your shoes off. If not, you'll want to remove them now. If you can go barefooted, that's the best because you get the most sensations through your feet. But if you need to have your socks on, that's fine too. Go ahead and take one foot out and clench and release the toes. Inhale, clench, exhale, release. Inhale, clench, exhale, release. Inhale, clench, exhale, release, and let it go. Move to the other foot. Extend the leg out. Inhale, clench, exhale, release. Inhale, clench, exhale, release. Inhale, clench, exhale, release. Inhale, clench, exhale, release, and let it go. Raise your foot up onto the ball of the foot and slowly circle your ankles, maintaining that contact with your ball of the foot, but allow the ankle to move all around in a nice circular direction. At the top, pause for a second and then reverse direction. If you started in the other direction, that's fine. Just reverse it now. And one more. Let it go. And let's do the same thing with the other foot. Rise up on the ball and start to do some nice circles with that ankle. And pause at the top and reverse direction. And before I start working with my knees, I always like to warm up my hands. So go ahead and put your hands together, generate some heat with the hands, and then bring that heat to your knees and gently massage the knees. They're nice knees. We want them to work well and long for us. And go ahead and stretch out your leg and then bend your knee back. Stretch out and bend, stretch out and bend, stretch out and bend, stretch out and bend. Moving to the other knee, stretch out and bend, stretch out and bend, stretch out and bend, stretch out and bend. Let's move on to the arm or to the torso. Oh, sorry. We're going to do some hip circles. So go ahead and support the leg, stretch it out, and then do some light circles in the hip with the leg stretched out. A few in one direction, stop, and then do 3, 4, 5 in the other direction. Let that leg relax. Go ahead and take the other leg, support it with your hands, stretch out your lower leg, flex the foot, and do some hip circles in one direction. Pause and go ahead and change directions. Let it go and put that foot back on the floor. Now, gently walk your feet over to one side, stretch out your arms, and twist opposite your legs. Turn your head to look at the arm behind you and breathe here. Return your head, return your arms, untwist, walk your legs to the center, take a breath in the center, and then walk your legs a little bit over to the other direction. Stretch out your arms, twist opposite those legs, and turn your head to look at the hand behind you. Breathe here. And let the head go, let the arms go, turn back to face forward. Bring your legs back to the correct position. And let's take a little bit of a forward bend. So just come forward on your legs. If you're one of my students and you have another chair before you, go ahead and stretch out onto that chair in front. Having the chair in front allows you to relax your back more because it's more supported. Breathe here a couple of times and gently walk yourself back up. I'm going to start working with the hands a little bit, so go ahead and clench and release the hands. Inhale, clench, exhale, release. Inhale, clench, exhale, release. Inhale, clench, exhale, release. Inhale, clench, exhale, release. And now bring your thumbs in, cover that thumb with your fingers, and slowly do some wrist circles. First in one direction, and then the other direction. Bring your hands to your shoulders, and let's warm up the shoulders by doing some circles with our arms forward to get full movement with the shoulder. If you've got any sticky parts in your shoulder, you can go ahead and kind of pause there. See if you can explore the space and relax and see if you can gently coax some more movement into those shoulders. And go ahead and pause, and now rotate them in the opposite direction. Remember your good posture. Remember to connect with your abdominal muscles. And never, ever forget to breathe. Now we're going to go ahead and hold on to the chair with one hand. Raise the opposite arm and bend toward that hand. Feel the stretch in your side. The goal here isn't to bend as far as possible. It's to stretch the side with the arm as extended. So you're more reaching up than over. Take a couple of breaths here. Return to center and release the arm. Grab the chair with the other side, raise up the opposite arm, and bend toward the hand that's connected with the chair. Breathe here, again, feeling the stretch in the side, reaching up and feeling the breath. Go ahead and relax that arm. Return to center. And now we're going to move our head. So we've been moving our head a little bit. Now we're going to concentrate on moving our head in a mindful way. Go ahead and turn your head to one side, keeping it parallel with the floor. Relax the shoulder on that side. Take a deep breath when your head reaches as far as it wants to go. And another one. And then return your head slowly to center. Take a breath in center. And then gently move your head to the opposite side. Again, taking it as far as it's wants to go. And whenever you get to that sticking point, go ahead and take some breaths there. See if you can relax the shoulder. See if you can relax the neck. And slowly bring it back to center. Breath in center. And now turn your head again to the first shoulder. And then start to draw a circle up with your chin, up to the middle, over to the other side, and then down to your chest. Take a breath with your chin at the chest, and then rotate it in the opposite direction. The chin comes up, it goes toward the ceiling. The chin comes over to the other side, it goes down, and it returns to the chest. Take a breath here, and do another repetition in each direction. Maybe breathe, inhaling on the way up, and exhaling on the way down. Take a full breath with the chin toward the chest, and then inhale on the way up. Exhale on the way down, and take another breath with the chin at the chest. Raise your head, return to center. We're going to start working with our legs. Stretch out a leg and gently walk down that leg to where you start to feel some hamstring. The point of this is to get some blood flow and stretch in the back of the leg. We don't want to involve the back. You don't want to be curving your back and reaching as far as possible. At this point, we're just bringing the torso gently forward, maintaining and respecting the curves in our spine, supporting ourselves within our abdominal muscles, but starting to feel sensation in the back of the leg. And maybe you even massage that back of the leg. See if you can get it to loosen up a little bit more. And gently walk yourself back up. Bring in that leg and stretch it out again. Bring it in. Let's go on to the other leg. So go ahead and take the other leg out, flex the foot, and walk down that leg to feel some sensation in the back of the leg. Breathe into the back of the leg. Massage it to maybe loosen it some more. Let it relax. Send some positive thoughts for all the hard work it does. And go ahead, walk back up, retract the leg. Now going back to the first leg, stretch it out, flex the foot, and take the other leg with the foot flexed and support the heel on the spine, or on the shin, the spine of your leg, the shin. Go ahead and grab onto your chair and gently raise and lower your knee. And with this movement, we're trying to get to the gluteal muscles here on the outside of the hip. If you feel you're using your hip flexor, the inside muscles, try and let that go and try and direct the movement to the gluteals on the side. Having your foot flexed will help. You can also use your hand so that those other muscles don't try and get involved so much, and you can try and isolate that gluteal muscle. Take a couple more here and let it go. Take a breath in center in your good posture. Allow everything to reset. And then stretch out the other leg. Foot flexed. Put the heel of the other foot, again with that foot flexed, on top. Grab the side of the chair and raise and lower the knee. Again, working to feel these outside muscles, these gluteal muscles on the outside of the hip. You're going to be engaging your abdominal muscles to maintain your posture and your spine. But we're trying to get some movement into the hip and allow some of those gluteal muscles to work. Go ahead and repeat do a couple more here. And let it go. Bring both your legs to their central position, and then rock the legs back and forth in kind of a windshield wiper way. And let that go. Now we're going to do some marching to get as much cardio as we do in chair yoga. In this one, we're going to breathe in. This marching, we're going to breathe in for 2. We're going to breathe out for 2. And we're going to be moving our arms in kind of a old locomotive fashion. So inhale, exhale, 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 pause. Now we're going to go backwards. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Don't forget your abs. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Pause. Very good. And go ahead and take a forward fold. Let that back body relax. Hopefully you have a chair in front of you so that you can rest your hands on the chair. And remember that 3-part breath from the beginning. Strive for that, allowing your chest to push against your thighs and the air to circulate in your back body. Take 2 more breaths here. And go ahead and walk back up on your chair. We're going to continue working with our legs a little bit. So go ahead and interlace your fingers and bring one knee up toward the chest. And just allow that to drop and return to up a few times. However far up it goes, that's perfect. Maintain as much integrity in your spine as you can manage. And try not to get into your hip flexors or the muscles on the front of your thigh. This is just letting those 2 joints, the knee and the hip, move freely. And now maintaining one hand on that knee, support yourself by grasping the chair with the other hand. And let's do some hip circles. Out, down to the middle, up, out, down, inhale, up, exhale, down, inhale, up, exhale, down, inhale, up, exhale, down. 2 more, inhale, up, exhale, down, inhale, up, exhale, down, and let it go. Take a breath in center. Notice how you're feeling. Notice if there's any difference between your 2 sides, the energy circulating between them. And now we're going to go to the other leg. Go ahead and bring that knee up. And we're just going to let it go down and up a few times. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Now holding on to that knee, grasping the side of the chair. Let's go ahead and move some circles on that side. Bring it up, and now change direction. And it occurred to me we didn't change direction on the other knee, so we're going to have to go back. And let it go. Let's go back to the first knee and get that opposite direction. So down, out, and up. And 5 or 6 of these. Beautiful. I can't see you, but I'm sure it's beautiful because you're doing it. Okay, now we're going to take our block and we're going to work chair pose and the muscles on our inner thigh and our pelvic floor. So take your block and put it in between your two thighs. You have two options for this exercise. You can stay in your chair, feet well connected with the floor, and start to use your inner thigh muscles, feel your pelvic floor, clench that, work up and connect with your lower abdominal muscles all the way up to your belly button, using the block as a point of reference and bringing all those muscles in to support you. And you can take a few breaths here. Connecting with all those muscles, the inner thighs, the pelvic floor, the lower abdominal muscles, and let it go. If you can stand up out of your chair, you can do the same thing. The block is between your thighs, and it is if you are seated where you're using your inner thighs, your lower abdominal muscles, and your pelvic floor, and your belly button. If you're standing, you can raise your arms as well and take a few breaths here. If standing isn't for you today, stay in the chair and just repeat the exercise seated. Go ahead and relax the arms, return to the chair, and remove the block. Now we're going to move to our arms and upper body, and we're going to start by massaging our hands, arms and hands and upper body. So go ahead and massage the palm of your hand. Notice if there's any sore points or points of tension, and give wherever you find it just a little bit more of attention. A little bit more rubbing, a little bit more massage. And then we're going to go down each finger in turn. So go ahead and massage down your pinky, front and back, and pull, and then the two sides, and pull. Your fourth finger, front and back, and pull, and then the sides, and pull. Middle finger, front and back, and pull, and sides, and pull. Wherever you find tension or a sore spot, try and give it a little bit more love. Give it a little bit more movement. Give it a little bit more massage. You have to gauge where your fingers are at today. And the thumb. Massage the sides and pull. Shake that hand, let it go. Shake this hand from the effects of doing the massage. And now they switch positions. So we're going to massage that first hand that was working. Maybe it has some tension from having given the other hand a massage. Let that release. Go ahead and work around the palm, all the joints, all the knuckles, the thumb joints. And when you're happy with that, you can move on onto your fingers. So going down the pinky, front and back, and pull. The sides of the pinky, and pull. Massage the fourth finger, and pull. And the sides of the fourth finger, pull. Massage the middle finger, and pull. the sides of the middle finger and pull. Massage the index finger, pull the sides of the index finger, pull. And finally that thumb, the front and back of the thumb, pull the sides of the thumb, pull, and let it go. Yay, hands. Notice how they feel. Mine are all energized. Which brings us to our next exercise. So go ahead, take your hands out kind of in front of you. You're going to be seated very still, but your eyes and your hands are going to move. So have your eyes focus on a point of your hands, maybe the center of the palm, maybe the thumb, and then start to move your hands in a sideways figure 8 or an infinity symbol if you like. And without moving the rest of your body, have your eyes follow your hands. It's very important to also work the eye muscles, particularly as we get older. We tend to try and move the head instead of the eyes, but we want to be able to move the eyes in all directions. Let's do one more figure 8 in this direction. Come back to center. And now we're going to move in the opposite direction. It's not really opposite. We've done both sides, but let's just do a little bit more. And notice if the rest of your body is trying to move, or if you can move your eyes and keep the rest of your body relatively still. Last one, and bring it back to center. And lower the hands and let go of the eyes. Maybe give it some blinking. Go ahead and take off spectacles if you have them or your glasses. Let's warm up the hands a little bit. And just place them over the eyes for a second. And allow the eyes to absorb that warmth. Take a couple of breaths for the eyes. And then lower your hands. Grab your glasses. And take your hands, interlace the fingers, and stretch out forward. Allow the back, the upper back to stretch with the hands forward. Come in a little bit and then raise those arms overhead. Stretch up and return a little bit and let those arms come down. Whichever way you interlaced your hands the first time, change it. It will feel slightly uncomfortable or slightly odd the second time. And let's do the same thing. Flip the hands, stretch out, stretch the top of the back. Release that back a little bit, your shoulders coming back under your ears, and then raise your arms overhead, stretch up, and then relax down and release the hands. Now, this next exercise is another twist. If you've had a hip replacement, you are not going to cross your legs. If you've had a hip replacement, you're just crossing your ankles, one ankle over the other. And you're twisting to the side by keeping your legs forward and twisting the top of your torso. Using your chair to support you a little bit in the twist. And you want to be as tall as possible. Once you're over, you can also twist your head to the back, looking over that back shoulder. and you let it go. We're going to do it another one, and if you've been in my class, go ahead and you don't have a hip replacement, go ahead and cross your legs. This will get you more of a twist. Twist toward that top knee, but bring your torso toward the back of your chair and your shoulder toward the back of your chair. Look over that back shoulder and breathe. Let go the head, let go the arms, turn back toward the front, and release the leg. Take a breath in center. And then do the same thing on the other side. If you have the artificial hip, just cross the ankles. Otherwise, bring your knee up on top of the other. Turn toward the bent knee. And turn your head over the back shoulder. And breathe here. Release the head, release the arm, release the leg. Go ahead and breathe here in the middle. And let's take a little forward fold here. Reach out to that chair in front of you. Relax your stomach on top of your thighs. Breathe into your back body. And then walk it up. We're going to move on to our triceps. Always good to work some triceps. In this one, just take your block in one hand at the side, your shoulders, you're in your good posture, your shoulders are relaxed, and then use your tricep to raise the arm. So lift and lower. Inhale and exhale. 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 Inhale, exhale, last one. Inhale, exhale, and let it go. Hopefully you felt that in your tricep. Go ahead, stretch out the arm by bringing it across, using your other arm to support the extended arm. Stretch that out. Go ahead and bring your arm to the middle of your back and use your other hand to pull gently on the opposite elbow and stretch out the tricep. Take a couple of breaths here and then let it go. And we're going to switch and do the other arm. So your block is over on your side and you're going to lift and lower. Inhale and exhale. 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 Try to have that movement come from the tricep. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Release the block. Bring your arm across your chest. Support it with the opposite arm. Give yourself a stretch of the upper arm this way. Let it go. Bring that hand to the middle of your back. Grab your elbow with your opposite hand and stretch the tricep. Take a couple of breaths here and release. Let it go. Now we're going to do some bicep curls. You've got 2 options for the biceps. The first one is to keep your arms planted at your waist, connected with your body. push on the block, and raise and lower. And work the triceps. Your second option is to extend the arms. This is a little bit more challenging. Keep your shoulders still and bend at the elbows. So inhale up, choose the one that works for you today, and inhale up, exhale down, 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 inhale up, exhale down. Two more. Inhale up, exhale down. Last one. Inhale up, exhale down, and let it go. Go ahead and shake it out. We've worked all the top and the bottom of our body, and we've connected with those. Now we're going to try and connect with the room around us by working on our balance. Again, we've got two options. If you are staying in your chair, take your block, put it on the floor, and stand 1 foot in your block. Put all your weight into that leg. Push down with that foot and allow the other foot, if it feels like it, to come up. It may come up slightly. It may stay on the floor, but you're pushing down on that leg that is on the block. Take your arms up overhead. Interlace your fingers. Take your index fingers toward the ceiling and imagine yourself standing, balancing on that block, finger pointed toward the ceiling. Feel all the way from your foot, your heel, through your abdominal muscles toward those index fingers. And breathe here. If you're not in the chair and you can stand up, move your chair a little bit forward, put the block on the floor, put that leg on the block, and again, you're putting all your weight into the standing leg, and you're letting the opposite leg come up off the floor in a balance. If you are comfortable here, raise an arm. And again, you're reaching for the ceiling, but you're being safe by having a touch point on the chair. But you're doing the same thing. You're pushing down through that heel, and you're feeling your body raising all the way up to the ceiling. And you're going to inhale and exhale and take 3 to 5 breaths here. Go ahead and lower the arms. Come down to the floor and let it go. Maybe move your hips back and forth. If you're seated in the chair, do some windshield wipers back and forth to go ahead and release that hip. Bring the block to the other side. If you're seated, you're doing the same thing. You're bringing the block to put it underneath the other foot. Go ahead and stand on the block. Push down into the block. Imagine that heel connecting with the floor beneath it. Balance. Allow the other foot to come up off the floor. Raise the arm that's on the same side as the foot. And imagine yourself reaching toward the sky. Standing as straight and beautifully as you can today. And take 3 to 5 breaths. You're connecting with the room and the space around you. And when you've had enough, go ahead and lower the arm, lower the foot, and come off the block. Move the block out of the way. And now we're going to continue with our balancing, but now we're going to do a tree pose. So if you're seated, you have one foot that is connected well with the ground, and the other foot comes up on the toes, and the arch connects kind of with the ankle. But you're pushing through this foot that has the connection with the ground, and you again raise your arms overhead or in cactus arms. These are the branches of your tree, and you're connecting from your fingers all the way down to that foot and the heel, and it's solidly planted in the ground. Your abdominal muscles are the trunk supporting the tree, and you breathe in and out and feel the power of the tree. If you're standing, you're doing the same thing, but perhaps with one hand on the chair. So one foot is connected with the ground, the other foot comes up on the toes, and the arch connects with the ankle, and then you can raise the arm opposite the standing leg, or vice versa, whichever is most comfortable for you. And if you're really feeling strong and powerful in your tree, maybe both arms come up. And breathe here. Connecting your whole body from your heel to your index fingers. And feeling especially that connection with the abdominal muscles that's holding your trunk straight. Again, if arms overhead is too much, always feel free to modify and bring the arms out to cactus pose, or even forget the arms altogether and just have them out on the side. And when you've had enough, go ahead and let it go. Let both feet come down to the floor. Shake it out. Relax your body. Put your block out of the way. We're going to do a quick back bend in the chair. So go ahead and scoot to the back of the chair and bring your back over the back of the chair. Allow your arms to dangle perhaps. Don't let go of your neck. This is to bend the upper part of your spine, not to just let go of your cervical spine. If you need to in this position, go ahead and support your head. You will likely feel a lot of abdominal muscle in this position. And go ahead and come back up. We'll take a forward fold. Breathe in the forward fold. You might be out touching your chair that's in front of you. Breathe into your back body. Walk back up. And let's do one more back bend. Again, back over the back of the chair, support the head. Take 3 breaths here. let it go. One more forward fold, just to counteract that back bend. Wherever you are, maybe you're nice and limber now and you can put your hands underneath your feet. Give a nice stretch to your wrists. Or you're here and you're on the chair. Go ahead and let that go. Come on up. We're going to bend to the side, so grab hold of the chair, bend over to one side, take a couple of breaths here, and go ahead and bend over to the other side. A couple of breaths here, and let it go. Now we're going to prepare for final relaxation. So I invite you to come to as comfortable a position as you can manage in your chair. Maybe your feet are up on a block in front of you. Maybe they're on top of the chair in front of you. You're in the back of the chair. You're relaxed. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your head is relaxed. And find that comfortable place for you as we go into final relaxation. When you find wherever is most comfortable for you, connect with your breath. Notice if there's any change since the beginning of class. Relax your feet. Relax your ankles. Relax your calves. Relax the knees. Relax the thighs. Relax the hips. Relax your abdominal muscles. Relax your chest. Relax your back. Relax your shoulders. Relax your elbows. Relax your hands. Relax your neck. Relax your head. Relax your eyes and your forehead. And just breathe. Connect with all parts of your body and be grateful for the effort that they have put forth today. Today's meditation is called the paradox of our age. And there are potentially several people who claim to, or have it's been attributed to. One of them is the fourth Dalai Lama, and one of them is Bob Moorhead, and there are others. And this is an excerpt from the larger poem, The Paradox of Our Age. The paradox of our time in history is that we have taller buildings but shorter tempers, wider freeways but narrower viewpoints. We spend more but have less. We buy more but enjoy less. We have bigger houses and smaller families, more conveniences but less time. We have more degrees but less sense, more knowledge but less judgment. More experts, yet more problems. More medicine, but less wellness. We've learned how to make a living, but not a life. We've added years to life, not life to years. We've conquered outer space, but not inner space. These are the times of fast foods and slow digestion, big men and small character, steep profits and shallow relationships. These are the days of 2 incomes but more divorce, fancier houses but broken homes. These are the days of quick trips, disposable diapers, throwaway morality, one-night stands, overweight bodies, and pills that do everything from cheer to quiet to kill. Let us use this yoga practice to slow down and stop the paradox. As we connect with our mind, our body, and our breath, let us also build our connection with others and the world around us. And now slowly come back into the room, bringing movement to your hands and your feet, and return to your nice, erect position, your Tadasana. Bring your hands together in front of your own heart and bow your head to that wonderful heart inside of all of us. And we say Namaste. Thank you for joining me in this chair yoga class, hopefully online. And I wish all of you a wonderful day.